What is up, people crew? Today we are discussing 5 YouTubers who vanished without a trace. You guys are not going to want to miss any of these cases. In addition, some of them have updates that they've actually been located. So, are you guys ready? Let's go.
Number 5, Kitten TV. Kitten TV was a quickly growing YouTuber who racked up over 200,000 subscribers before she vanished without a trace. Her videos attracted quite a bit of attention and usually gained over 1 million views each, but their content was a little bit unusual. They exposed what Kitten believed to be celebrities in the Illuminati, including Tekashi 69, Taylor Swift, and Britney Spears. Her last upload was on July 26, 2018, earning her over 1 million views.
All of her social media accounts suddenly went dark and Kitten was never seen again. Many of her fans were very concerned about her disappearance and feared for her safety. Some even believe that she was warned not to post anymore by the Illuminati or something sinister happened to her. I'm honestly worried about her. Some of her videos got several million views, so my guess is that she was warned to not post anymore, praying for her. So a lot of people have requested us that we covered this case. We looked around, I looked on Reddit, I looked on a lot of other sites. Nobody could figure out what in the heck happened to her. She was extremely religious.
I came kind of from a dangerous path and God was able to save me.
And I think that may have had something to do with her disappearance.
You know, I don't know what to believe. I know I don't want to believe, any Illuminati side of America, but Russia, I don't know if they're in it as well. It's crazy, but...
We have an update, guys. We have an update on this case, and we are not the ones who found this information out. We are not taking credit for this information, but actually someone on our forum, if you don't know what that is ewucrew.com, someone literally posted for us an update of someone who actually found what happened to her.
So thanks to the YouTube channel Buried Archives, we now know Kitten is actually running a new channel called The Witching Hour with over 15,000 subscribers. She's now doing tarot card readings as her videos.
Which is a kind of an interesting change from being so religious and doing conspiracy type of stuff to now doing this kind of content. There's still a little bit of mystery here because no one knows why Kitten abandoned her channel. So at least we know she is okay. And at the end of this video, we will put up the link to the channel that you guys can go check it out.
We will put the link in the description down below.
I'm clicking away right now.
Don't click away. Please stay. So we're gonna have a link to that video in the description down below, but you don't want to leave just yet, so check that out after finishing this entire video because we have some super creepy cases of YouTubers who vanished, so watch until the end. Number 4, Shima Luan. Shima Luan was a voice actress on the Super Planet Dolan channel, racking up over 50,000 subscribers before she completely disappeared from the internet. Her last upload was titled 50,000 Subscribers Unscripted, celebrating reaching her 50,000 subscriber milestone. But this would be the last time anyone would hear from Shima. In this last upload from 2016, the only hint Shima gave away was stating she was, quote, very paranoid of the internet and that she wouldn't answer certain questions in specifics. She stated, quote, there are certain things that I like to keep to myself.
But there are certain questions that I can't answer in specifics because I'm very paranoid of the internet. And I know you guys are all wonderful people, but there are certain things that I like to keep to myself.
Basically, she was someone who liked, again, another person who really valued their privacy. A lot like Kate Yup, and I feel like a lot of these people who go missing, I have to feel like most of them are from their fans. I think
it's
they're
the pressure
fans.
From the fans to give out all their details, and they're kind of being a little bit like intrusive. It kind of
even
feels
we
like.
get that. We're not even that big of YouTubers. We get that all the time. People want to know where we live. They want to know all of our details. We've had people ask me about my kids and where they go to school. I mean, just creepy stuff. I could see why someone like her might be scared off. And the fans, I don't know if they realize this, but when you are like trying to dig in on people's personal lives, which is why we don't do that anymore, not even for these cases, we no longer dig in because we want to respect people's privacy. What do you think? I think a lot of times that a lot of these people go missing because it's like you get people like really digging in.
And people who are obsessive and creepy. So if you're creepy, please click off the video right now. Please leave.
Exactly, yeah. Go ahead and click away. Hit that unsub button if you're a creepy person who thinks you need to know all about our lives. Go ahead and bail, okay?
So many people have come up with their own theories regarding Shima. Some believe that someone found out who she really was and was about to release the information to the internet, and others believe that Shima became the YouTube channel Rainbot, which I don't think makes any sense.
No, that doesn't make any sense at all.
Here's a comment. She sounds like Rainbot. Who knows? Maybe she is Rainbot. I really do hope she returns. And if it really was Rainbot, I don't think Rainbot would pop back up on that channel ever again, so I'm sorry, her.
Someone even tried to claim that Shima had passed away, linking to an unavailable page with the wrong name, crossing this theory off the list. The name was wrong in the
name
URL.
was wrong.
I mean, just think if that's fake, how could someone
Pretend that someone's dead.
pretend that someone's dead? That's pretty horrible.
That's
in my
messed
opinion.
up. The reason we know this is thanks to Scare Theater, who has made multiple very good videos covering Shima's case, which again we'll link to in the description down below, but don't leave yet unless you're a creepy person.
That's right, but you want to go check out his videos. He did a really good job covering this.
So again, Shima was a voice actress for the channel Super Planet Dolan, and Dolan from Super Planet Dolan has stated that Shima appears on Steam at times but hasn't said a word to any of them, and he suspects that's because she has bad anxiety.
That's right, and this actually lines up with Shima's paranoia of the internet, and rightfully so, because even if you go to her comments, even now, look at even everyone is still trying to figure out who she is and where she's at.
Sometimes her name will pop up on Steam, so we're pretty sure she's still alive, but she can't spend 5 seconds to let us know she's okay or that, you know, she's not coming back. We assume it's because she has anxiety and that's why.
I think most people, they just want to make sure she's okay. I think the intentions are good there.
Yeah.
I don't want to assume the worst in people, so I'm going to assume that most people just care and liked her content.
So others from the Super Planet Dolan crew have stated they know that she's alive, but they don't want to say anymore because they don't want to, you know, intrude on her privacy again. They want to respect her privacy.
Yeah, they don't want to give up any of her details, which is completely understandable, and actually I respect that a lot. I actually think what happened to her is she got freaked out. I mean, she hit a milestone. She was so happy. If you listen to that last video, she was so happy about reaching that 50,000 milestone. It's really weird that she would leave, but if you listen to it, there's many times in there where she's hinting at how scared of the internet she is.
Yeah.
And how she doesn't want to be outed. So honestly, I think this is another case where fans just scared her off.
Number 3, High on Life. High on Life was a very popular Canadian YouTube channel posting tons of videos documenting their travels and adventures, but their channel's growth was not without trouble.
In 2017, 2 of the High on Life crew members spent a week in jail after creating a hazardous or physically offensive condition and using a bicycle off a roadway at Death Valley National Park. They also performed commercial photography without a permit in Death Valley and Zion National Park and used a drone in a closed area of Mesa Verde National Park.
Even after they got into trouble, they kept working on their YouTube channel, racking up over 600,000 subscribers. However, in 2018, something very tragic happened.
So they were all hanging out at the top of Shannon Falls and the unthinkable happened. 3 of them, I think 2 first fell over and a 3rd fell in trying to save them. At first they had no idea if they were alive, but tragically they found out that all 3 of them had passed away.
On July 3rd, 2018, we lost 3 very dear friends of ours, Riker Gamble, Alexi Lyak, and Megan Scraper.
After this accident, High on Life continued to upload until they abruptly stopped in 2019. Their last upload was on October 6th, exploring the ancient city of Kiva.
They have since disappeared from YouTube, but seem to be fairly active on Instagram. I think they stopped uploading because I think their views were kind of low.
Yeah, their views were going down and they started to get like, what, maybe like 10 to 15,000 views of video.
Yeah, and it was high effort content. This
Yeah.
was not like simple content.
Number 2, Paranormal Lana. So Paranormal Lana was a very quickly growing paranormal channel, as you probably could have guessed, but her videos didn't just cover paranormal, they also covered like mysteries and cases and a lot of stuff like that. But behind the scenes, it seemed that Alana was dealing with a very serious stalker problem, which may have chased her away from the internet completely forever. So these were Alana's last tweets before her entire Twitter and all her social media were completely wiped. She said, "I'm actually surprised it took me almost a year for me to get my first violent death threat. Why are people dumb enough to post that stuff?"
And this happens a lot, actually. It happens to a lot of people. We get death threats
Oh, yeah.
every video. Every video on our thing, people are hoping we get shot. They're saying they can't wait until we get shot for doing nothing but literally exploring public land.
And we have gotten some very violent, detailed death threats. Is this like, I think something that happens to all YouTubers? I think everyone gets death threats for
Yep.
some reason. Yeah, the creepy people, if you're still watching, you still have a chance to click away.
Yeah, still could just click away. The people who like to leave these really scummy comments, they leave it to everybody. No YouTuber
Is safe.
And these are people.
No
that
YouTuber is safe.
These are people you know. If you saw them in public, they would look down and they'd just walk away real fast, you know. But they talk big because they're on the internet.
Alana continued, "Had a pretty scary stalking incident, so unfortunately I'm having to change the way I run my social media. No more Facebook." And I guess by this she meant she was just gonna delete all her social media.
Yeah,
That's how
and
she's changing
I
how she
believe
deals
she
with
was
it.
using her personal Facebook at this time.
Yes.
So this was the real deal. She was really using her real information.
So shortly after these tweets were sent, they were quickly deleted. They were just gone, and her entire YouTube channel was gone. She deleted it all. Everything she worked on, it was just completely wiped.
And she had something like 50,000 subs, right?
I think so. She had had a decent amount of subscribers, so whatever happened, whatever death threat she received, she must have thought it was pretty serious. She decided YouTube was no longer even worth it.
Yes, so she bailed. We confirmed. I was able to track her down, but I'm never doing this again because I want to respect people's privacy.
I tracked her down. Were you her stalker?
No. But I actually did track her down. I was able to pinpoint her location, and she's okay. And that's all I'm gonna say on this. You gotta respect people's privacy. And after that, I think that was the last video I ever done where I actually looked in to try to figure out where somebody was, because I was actually intrigued. I was actually wondering if she was alive. She's alive and well. She doesn't want to be bothered by anybody, and that's all we can say.
So what would you do in a Lana situation? Let us know in the comments down below. Would you quit YouTube and run for the hills? Tell us.
Would you bail?
Would you leave?
Say forget it? It's not worth it when you got death threats from weirdos, and it happens all the freaking time.
Number one, and something we get asked about every single day, the case of Nicolas Sondre. Nick was an aspiring YouTuber with his channel called Sunspeik, documenting his dancing in numerous public locations. We actually met Nick in the summer of 2018, and we were frequently live streaming with him and his friend Austin, and him and Austin were actually living together right near the Salton Sea.
So you guys, let me just tell you a little story about how we actually met Nick. We were live streaming way back, was it 2018?
Yeah.
Such a long time ago, way back. Anyways, we were live streaming in a small little town of mostly abandoned buildings by the Salton Sea. We were out there exploring this one building. This kid came rolling up to us on a little electric scooter, and he started to ask us if we had seen a piano. No, there was a piano?
Yeah, I brought a piano here with my friend like a month, like 2 days ago. It's just gone. Like,
No, this is the first time we've been here, dude. We're live streaming right now. We're like, nah, we haven't seen no pianos. We haven't took them. And so we talked to him for a little bit. I asked him some questions about the place. I asked him about it. It was all on the live stream.
what is Explore with Us?
He took off, and we continued exploring. Well, that night, we went exploring this little hotel that was abandoned. And we were out there exploring it. Next thing you know, some guy comes rolling up in a truck, and, you know, just like they were trying to scare us or something. And they came rolling up, and then next thing you know, they both jumped out, and that's where we met Nick. He introduced himself. He said, hey, guys, I'm Nick. Can we hang out with you guys? Can I go live stream with you guys? And we were like, yeah. And that's basically how we met.
Yeah.
I'm Nick.
Hey, Bob, nice to meet you.
You mind if we explore with you for a little?
Of course.
Yeah, we don't mind.
Yeah. And then we started hanging out with them like nightly for like the next month or two.
Yeah. So 2 months after we left the Salton Sea, something very disturbing happened to Nick. According to Austin, they were going to bed when they heard a scream. They debated on whether or not they should go investigate the scream, but they both decided against it. Austin claims he then fell asleep, and when he woke up, Nick had completely vanished without a trace, and Nick has never been seen again. The only traces found of Nick were found down the street from his property, and Austin claims this is where he found Nick's flashlight. Nick's knife, which was actually seen in many of our live streams, and we actually talked to him about it because he got that knife after he saw our knife. Does he want to see the knife? It's hardcore.
It's a U.S. Marine.
It's a K-bar, huh? I got that exactly.
Core
I got that one in the
knife.
car.
It was made in China.
Was that one
But it's very sharp.
So his knife has never been found, and neither has Nick's wallet or keys, but his knife's sheath was found near the Salton Sea shore, along with one of his boots and his pants.
Eerily enough, in our live streams, Nick told us multiple times that he would never, ever go swimming in that water.
I came out here in the summers when I was like a little kid.
Yeah.
And I actually used to swim in the Salton Sea.
Oh, well.
Nasty.
Would you swim in there now?
Hell.
He would never swim in that water because it was so disgusting.
So that's pretty creepy that his stuff would be found near the shore, because he like told us over and over again he would never swim in there. So it's just kind of weird. Why would his belongings be found at the shore? So to make matters even more creepy, Austin claims he found Nick's shirt and hat in a location he had already searched. Like somebody, I guess, was messing with him and put Nick's belongings in a place they saw him looking or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that doesn't make much sense either to me.
So we get asked about this like almost every single day. We're getting a comment asking if there's any updates on Nick, and as far as we know, there have been no updates on Nick. We do get a lot of tips from people who send us messages. Like one said that Nick's on the Chocolate Mountains, which we looked that up, and that's in the Slab City kind of area, I think.
Yeah.
But we don't really know what they mean. Like he's in the Chocolate Mountains. Like I don't understand.
Yeah, that makes no sense. Like where? The Chocolate Mountains are a massive range that's kind of behind, what's that? town called?
Slab Sid?
Yeah, kind of behind Slab City. I don't know how he would be over there in those mountains. I mean, maybe. I don't know. That's just one of the rumors. Another thing that should be mentioned is he may have just decided to vanish, and maybe that's why the police don't care. Maybe they know he's safe somewhere, and they know. Although I don't think that's what happened. He doesn't remind me of the kind of guy who would do that.
So as for Austin, we don't talk to him anymore because he was really angry about our videos covering Nick's case. So we kind of just cut contact there. He hasn't messaged us again after I answered him, but he was really mad that our Nick video had a sponsor so we could go out there and search. So that's what happened to Austin. We don't know where he's at now.
Yeah, one night when we were hanging out with Nick, he really wanted to show us this video. He was really proud of this video. He wanted to show it, and I think we should share it with you guys. This was a video he was really, really proud of, and he told me a story about, at the end of this video, how he literally almost died as he was riding his skateboard down a hill, and he was nearly run over by a vehicle, and he thought it was funny. Nick was a cool guy. He was a very mellow guy. He was very chill.
And a lot of people ask why we say was. Why was he? Like, they think that means we, like,
whacked him.
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna kill, like, we killed him, and now we're gonna make a video to bring attention to his case.
Of course we're gonna say
sense.
it in past tense because obviously something bad happened to him, guys. I don't think he's coming back. So guys, what do you think happened to Nick and all of these other cases we covered? Be sure to let us know in the comments down below, and we are gonna pop up a playlist right now. Click on that playlist right now and watch it all the way full.